I've got some kind of bug. I'm not feeling at my best, but when does that stop the truth? This is Dazzie's Hot Comic Book Alerts, episode 147, because you have to know it by now. News waits for no man. What have I got for you? I've got some breaking news, and it's exciting news. Legendary Pictures has acquired the feature film rights to Bitter Root, the acclaimed horror action series from Image Comics that centers on an African-American family of monster hunters who ply their trade in New York City during the stirring era of the Jazz Age. Bitter Root is set in 1924 against the vibrant backdrop of the Harlem Renaissance, where a family of once great monster hunters is the only line of defense that can protect New York City from an unimaginable evil that is approaching, an invasion by hideous monsters that were once human beings before they were transmogrified by a supernatural force feeding off of prejudice, spite, and bigotry. And by all appearances, the Sangrea's family is not up for the challenge. After generations of tracking, trapping, and curing the monsters, the few surviving members of the Sangrea's line are dispirited and divided over their traditionally merciful tactics. The family must overcome the wounds of the past to have any hope of thwarting the supernatural invasion. The series creators David F. Walker, Sanford Green, and Chuck Brown will executive produce, along with Big Machine's Sean Awile, John Silk, and Disney Hall will oversee the project for Legendary. Bitter Root has been a breakout success for Image Comics since the 24-page inaugural issue hit the store shelves the week before the last Thanksgiving. I remember it. The critical response was glowing on Comic Book Roundup. The review aggregation site, the series scored a 9.2 critics rating and 8.7 user rating, and the fan interest was immediate. A second printing was ordered just 2 days after the debut issue's street date. Bitter Root had been a slow gestating concept by artist Sanford Green and writer Chuck Brown, who lived near each other in Columbia, South Carolina, and were intrigued by the possibilities of a Harlem-based tale that could meld hoodoo magic, African-American culture of the Jazz Age, and the noir possibilities of post-World War I New York City. The title, plot points, and character specifies eluded them, however, until Green suggested they recruit a third partner for the effort. His suggestion was David F. Walker, the Portland-based writer who had collaborated with Green on the Marvel comic series Power Man and Iron Fist. Walker and Green had already accumulated years of mainstream comics credits with DC, Marvel, and Dark Horse Comics. Green's art portfolio, for instance, includes issues of Black Panther, Superman, Deadpool, X-Men, The Avengers. Great lineup. Bitter Root, however, is the tandem's first creator-owned endeavor. Green is also co-founder of the CEO of Secret Source, LLC, the San Francisco animation studio. Now, Walker co-created Naomi with Brian Michael Bendis for the New Wonder Comics imprint of DC Comics. We know how hot that book is right now. Brown's credits, meanwhile, include Punisher and Black Panther for Marvel, as well as the indie fare such as trench coats, cigarettes, and shotguns. The fifth issue of Bitter Root just arrived in the comic book shops on March the 20th. Image is also the publisher of The Walking Dead, Saga, Happy, Hack and Slash, Kick Ass, as well as Port of Earth, the recent Amazon acquisition. The Gideon Falls, which Hivemind just acquired. Bitter Root joins Hollywood's robust vein of comic book properties about maverick-minded investigators who challenge otherworldly threats. A list that includes Men in Black with its fourth film on the way, Hellboy with a third film due on April the 12th, Extraordinary Gentleman, Blade, 3 films to date, Constantine, R.I.P.D., Delamore, amongst their long lineup. The subgenres built-in appeal include its edgier story terrain, with occult and sci-fi trappings, and less routine aesthetic options, with, say, steampunk designs offering much more vanguard opportunities than another batch of superhero battlesuits. Walker, Green, Brown, and Awile are represented by attorney Marius Rush. So, we've got a recent comic that is joining the long line of optioned titles. Bitter Root. Bitter Root is a comic that first came out in November of 2018, of which there are five 5 first printings. This is the regular cover from Sanford Green. These are the books to be on the lookout for, guys. Then we have cover B, which is a Mike Mignola cover. We have a C cover from Dennis Cowan. We have a D cover from Brittany Williams. Don't think I've seen this one before. We have an E cover, again from Sanford Green, and it's a Virgin cover, this one. These books are flying off of eBay as I speak. There is also a second printing of issue 1. Again, it is from Sanford Green. So far, 5 issues in. I've not picked up any of those books. I've not read any of the books. I know very little other than what I've just told you guys. See what you can find. Comic Book Realm has these at just $4. On eBay, you can still pick up B, C, D and E covers, I believe, for around £4 to £5 mark. Good luck in your quest. Bitter Root's on its way. That's Daz over and out. Bye for now.